This conference will now be recorded.
So in that, software testing can be done two ways. One is called, we can go with static testing and we can go with dynamic testing. Static testing is always linked with verifications, review meetings. We have seen like different types of review meetings are conducted by a companies called management reviews, technical reviews, formal reviews, informal reviews, walkthroughs, inspection, audit. All this comes under static because during static testing, there is no need to execute your software. Just reviewing the process of ongoing project. Every day, they have to review the process of ongoing project to know the status of ongoing project, to track the status of the project. It can be reviewed by your leaders or by managers. Anybody can review it for the completeness and correctness, right? And then we had a discussion regarding dynamic testing. Also, we entered in that dynamic testing. We discussed about white box testing techniques, and I'll forward that complete notes today completely. Dynamic testing means validation. Validation cannot be done through reviews, right? We need to execute the software. We need to run the software. By running the software only, we'll understand whether developers during white box testing, what is developer response during white box testing. We know during white box testing, developers are going with some approaches, and white box testing is nothing but detailed investigation of internal logics of the software. That's what we call glass box testing, clear box testing, some people call open box testing, whatever may be. Okay, they need to check inside the code and find out which of the unit means which of the modules, which of the functionalities are working correctly and which of them are not behaving correctly. And for that, they're using two techniques called as unit testing and integration testing. Integration testing deals with what? Internal process. They'll check top down approach, top to bottom, and also they'll check bottom to top, child model to parent module, and then hybrid. Hybrid means combining all the modules. Means see, this process is purely followed by developers. It's none of our business. We don't involve in that. But coming to our techniques, say system testing. System testing. What is system testing? Before that, what is black box testing? Black box testing is again divided into two types: functional testing, non-functional testing. MT stands for manual testing. AT stands for automation testing. Don't confuse. MT stands for manual testing. AT stands for automation testing. What I mean to say here, during functional testing, we can do manually or we can go with a tool. We can use both ways. We can do two ways. Manual testing can be done in functional, as well as we can apply tool also. Functional testing can be done two ways. We have to go with positive testing and we have to go with negative testing. So functional testing tools, if you want to use automation tools, what tools we use for functional testing means we can use Selenium. We are learning Selenium, right? Selenium is a functional testing. Remember, Selenium is a functional testing tool. UFT, before we call QTP, nowadays we call UFT, Unified Functional Testing. Unified Functional Testing also is one of the functional testing tool. RFT, Rational Functional Testing, IBM tool. That's also one of the type of tool where we can automate your application during functional testing. Whereas non-functional testing, we can go only automation. We cannot do anything with manual, especially usability testing, performance testing, load testing, security testing, compatibility testing, recovery testing. So these are all different types of techniques we have under non-functional. That means what we understand here, any software in the market should be done functionally as well as non-functional. Functionals are nothing but customer business requirements. Non-functional requirements are customer expectations. Customer expectations. So there are two types of attributes: functional attributes plus customer specification attributes. Also, we need to validate. For performance testing, we use tools like Load Runner, JMeter, QA WebLoad. These are the testing tools. These are the testing tools we use for performance testing, especially for performance testing. Okay, so that's what I told you. In testing, we have two departments here: manual testing, automation. In automation, again, different department. One will have Selenium tester separately. If you are using performance tool, Selenium, load runner, we have a separate team again for that. Database team also will be there, separate team. So for everything, we have separate team accordingly. Okay, let us have some idea on all this. These are your topics. No more developer. These are the techniques you should learn before we automate any project manually or through automation. You go with automation tool or manual testing. This is the common techniques we have to learn. Let us learn one by one topic clearly and let us understand each and every terminology here. Okay. Yes. What is black box testing here? In two line, one line statement, anybody? One line. I want just one line statement. What is black box testing?
Testing without the use of code.
Uh-huh. Okay. Hmm. That's it. If you go for interview, they'll ask you what is black box testing means. You cannot stop with one statement, right? Explain technically. See that simple definitions here. Take any one example, no problem, no objection. See that simple. I'm not. This is not my definition. It is given as per IEEE format. IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. What they're talking is that the technique of testing without having any knowledge of the interior working of the application is called black box testing. Yesterday, with help of interior knowledge is called white box testing. Without having interior knowledge working of the application is called black box. Opposite. So that the tester is focused to system architecture. Architecture means what? The screens, prototypes, and does not have access to the source code. We never give any access to source code. That's what I told you. In real scenarios, your setup is different, developer setup is entirely different. We have access only to application, not to source code. Source code means, server side code. Typically, while performing black box testing, tester will interact with the system user interfaces. Interfaces means a screen by providing inputs, and outputs, examining the outputs without knowing how and where inputs are worked upon. We don't know, right? You're giving inputs, username and password. When you click on sign in button in your Facebook application, what is happening? Something is running internally. Something is running. A program is running. We don't know how the program is running. None of our business. That is internal process. But what is our examination here is whatever inputs were given, whether they're working according to customer given business requirements or not. Whatever outputs we're getting, whatever outcomes you're getting, those outcomes are working as per client given business requirements or not is very important. See, black box tester, you're not at all focused on what? Any interior knowledge. You're always focusing on what? External behavior, external mechanism of the software. That is what we mean to say black box testing. And let's see, meaning of system testing. Many people that are telling system testing means, many people by looking this diagram, they're saying it's a combination of functional testing and non-functional. Yes, of course. That's the meaning of system testing. That's what I'm saying. System testing means what? That's what telling people that, hey, go and test, go and perform system testing. System testing means what you should understand. You have to test functional wise as well as we have to test non-functional. But interview point of view, how to explain? See, very few explain. I clearly explain you very clearly that system testing. System testing tests the system as a whole. As a whole. I need to provide you a software. need to provide a complete software. On that complete software, what you have to do? You have to perform system testing, right? I'm providing this complete after developing the software by developer. After developing the software by developer, I'll hand out to testing department as a whole. As a whole means the complete application. Once all components are integrated, developer doing that, right? Integrated means building up. The application as whole is tested rigorously. Rigorously means seriously. Rigorously to see that it meets specified quality standards or not. Specified. Who is specifying that quality standards means by the client. How do you know what quality standards he is maintaining? We have to go and refer SRS. We have to refer SRS compulsory. By looking that, we are ensuring whether even developers are developing based on SRS only. So you go and check that the whole application is tested as customer specified quality standards or not. That's what this type of testing is performed by a specialized testing team like you. 2+, 3+ experienced fellows will do that. System testing is important because of these following reasons. Why it is important? System testing is the first step in SDLC or agile process also anywhere where application is tested as a whole. The whole software. That means what does it mean? What are the functionalities we have in this software? What are the functionalities we have in this software? We have to check them as whole. Check them as whole. Means what are the functionalities developer has developed? Admin. Go and check are you able to create user or not. Go and check are you able to create employee or not. Go and check are you able to apply leaves or not. Go and check are you see your leaves or not. Are you able to apply leave or not. Go and check your time reports, time sheet, attendance, reports, project information, recruitment. So candidates, this is Orange HRM, most of the companies are using Orange HRM, human resource management tool application, right? So what are the functionalities that are developed in this application by the developer? We need to execute as whole. One point. The application is tested thoroughly. Thoroughly means completely to verify that it meets functional and technical specification. Just now I told you. Combination of what? Functional and non-functional. It is our responsibility to ensure that your application is able to meet the customer functionalities plus the customer technical specifications or not. If it is not able to meet customer technical specifications, that may be a performance level, that may be usability point, whatever may be, report the developer. And very important point, see, the application is tested in an environment that is very close to production environment where application will be deployed 100%. This is a very important point. Customer wants this application to be compatible on various browsers like Chrome browser, Firefox browser, IE browser, Safari browser, Opera browser. And also he wants this application to be compatible on various operating systems like Windows operating system, Vista operating system, Mac operating system, Unix, Linux, वगैरह. For example, you go and test them, execute. Not only in Firefox, run on Chrome, run on Windows, run on XP, run on Vista, run on Mac. They will deploy whatever customer environment required, very close to customer environment. It will install in your system and test the software as whole. Externally, no more internal things. System testing enables us to test, verify, and validate both business requirements as well as application architecture. Architecture means what? Designing, right? So that's what system testing means. Don't tell it's a combination. Yes, it's a combination of functional and non-functional. Okay, but at the same time, you need to explain what exactly happening during system testing. Am I clear to all of you guys? The meaning of system testing is important. Am I clear to all of you? Okay. Is it clear to all of you guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Now come to functional testing here. It is your part. Anyway, in automation also you're learning Selenium. What is Selenium tool? Selenium tool is also functional testing tool. Very simple. See, as a functional tester, what you do. This is a type of black box testing that is based on specification of the software that is to be tested. This type of testing, it's a type of black box testing that is to be done on the specification of the software that is to be tested. Specifications. What is specification here? Specifications are nothing but minimum data, maximum data. You should allow that. You should allow this character, that character. Lot of. Where do we find all these things in SRS? We'll give you SRS. According to that SRS, first you have to study that SRS, understand that project, and then we have to go ahead. See, the application is tested by providing inputs, and then results are examined. Results are examined that need to conform to the functionality it was expected for. Yes, you are providing some inputs. Suppose I am giving some inputs. I am giving inputs. Suppose I am creating one employee. I am providing some inputs for this employee. When I click on add button, it should display so and so page. I am providing some first name. I am providing some last name. I am giving employee ID. I am clicking on save button. What is your expectation? I am just creating one employee. One employee is joining my company. I am creating his details. When I click on save button, it should give you one message. See that it is giving personal data. Where this employee name can be seen. This employee name, if you want to edit anything, we can edit anything, or else finally click on add button. If you want to edit, we can edit anything on that. If you want to upload any comments, we can upload comments. So that means, what is my customer expectation here? My customer expectation is I should able to see this personal details of that employee, and I should able to edit this data also. I should able to edit this data, and based on that I can save my data. I am saving as male, I am saving as marital status as single, I am saving as nationality, so and so. I am selecting whatever you have data, and nickname so and so, and click on save button. When I click on save button, we are expecting successfully saved. Where it will be saved? It will be saved into a table. Where the table again? You can go back to the table. If you go back to the table, this is a table. This is a table. In this table, that employee name, employee ID, first name. By looking first name, we can see first name I gave Aki. That Aki should be added in this table. That should be added in this table according to our business point of view. So, as a functional tester, you just provide some inputs. And check the outcome. And while checking outcome, what is the responsible here? Our responsible is whatever outcome we are getting, the outcome should be as per customer expected or not is important. How do you know that this is a customer? Means go and study. You write test case, don't worry. We design a test case that way. So that situation we are calling as functional testing also here. Okay, na? And also functional testing, if testing of software is conducted on complete integrated system to evaluate the system's compliance with the specified requirements. To evaluate systems compliance with its specified requirements. Whatever complaints we have, we should check it out. If any complaints in the sense like any data is not accepting, you just report a developer, none of your business. As a functional tester, remember we always go with two things here. we have test and we have to write test case also, positive way and negative way. Positive testing, we have to do positive testing and we have to perform negative testing also. What is positive testing here? Look at that, I written login functionality here. What is positive testing? Testing conducted on the application with a positive perspective to check that what system supposed to do. What system supposed to do means what? System should accept the data. Supposed to do means system should accept the data. That means here how I got this page. I given valid username and valid password. I give valid username and valid password. Positive date I give. System should accept. Is accepting or not? And I'm able to see this page also at the same time. So that is called positive testing. So positive testing will be checked with only one combination. No need to go with a different combination. That means to determine whether we are able to log into your application with positive data is called positive testing. What about negative testing? Negative testing can be done with different combination. Testing conducted on any application with negative perspective to determine what system not supposed to do. What system supposed not to do. Not to do means you should not accept the data. So how do you check? Check with a different combination. Go and check that application with a different combination. Now I'm logging out of this application. Now I'm giving valid username. I'm giving invalid password. Check on login. It should not allow you. It should provide you alert message. Next, I'm giving invalid username and valid password. Again, it should not allow you. I'm leaving username and I'm leaving password blank. I'm leaving password blank. When I click on login, it should not allow you. Password cannot be empty. I'm leaving password blank, username blank. I'm entering some password. When I click on login, should not allow. That means negatively we can check with a different combination. What is positive testing? What we are going to achieve with positive testing and what we are going to achieve with the negative testing. Positive testing, the object of positive testing is confirming whether your application is working according to your customer given business requirements or not. Positive testing will help you to confirm whether your application is working according to customer given requirements or not. Whereas object of negative testing is what? To find out number of defects. Yes. So which is more important here? Which is very important for customer? Negative way is important or positive way is important? More important, I'm saying. Which is more big issues here? When application not working positively or when application working negatively? Which is more important? My application is not working with positive.
Application is not working with positive.
Not working positively.
Not working positive, negatively, working with negatively.
Not working positive, negatively, working with negatively.
Working with negatively.
Working with negatively. Yes, it will impact a lot here. Your ATM is working negatively. Any PIN number, you are able to access account. Leave half an hour, 1 hour, half an hour, 10 minutes. All over India. Within 10 minutes, they can transact some crores together. Positively not working, not a big issue. It's issue only. It's not a big issue. We can report to bank people and we can rectify our problem. So that's what, as an automation tester or manual tester, always tester mindset should be positive as well as negative here. That's what we have to design, positive test case as well as negative test cases. Then only we're able to find out more and more issues. So when writing any test case, remember as per the customer given business point of view, if he's asking us to check, validate positively, negatively, write test case for them. Nobody can remember. Yet the techniques can't remember. So that is what happens during. So what is functional testing means? Functional testing is nothing but just we are providing some inputs in the application and we're examining the output or outcome of the software here. Even with Selenium also we do the same thing. But here we write English language in manual testing. In automation we write with scripts, that's it. But you are testing here, automation means tool will test it. That's the only difference here. Even using automation tool also, we do external mechanism. We don't go any internal things. We don't touch any internal part. First of all, we don't have access to internal things. So that's a maximum. That's the exact meaning of functional testing, what we do. So functionally, we have to always think positively and negatively. Then only we can give quality to the customers. And here, two things we have to remember, all of you guys. Entry criteria, exit criteria. Criteria means conditions. Entry criteria means set of preconditions to start an activity. If you want to start an activity means when you can start your testing, meaning if I want to start my testing, there should be some preconditions. What are the preconditions means? All customer requirements should be reviewed and approved. You know very well who is doing this job is nothing but business analyst. Whatever requirements we have for a project, all the requirements should be reviewed and should be approved by the business analyst. 100% of unit testing and integration testing should be done successfully. 100%. That's what I told you. Never accept any build. You know what is build, all of you? Build, B-U-I-L-D. I told you. Build or A-U-T. A-U-T. Application under test.
A-U-T. Application under test.
What is that build? A software which is integrated with some features. That before you accept any build from developer, you confirm it whether developer has done 100% unit testing and integration. Otherwise, you get lot of internal issues here. And also, before you start your testing, before you start executing your software, remember I told you last class, in the first classes I'm telling you, all test case prepared should be reviewed and approved. When developing is going on, you are busy with this activities, test case preparation, reviews. You have to send your test case to your team lead, and your team lead has to review the test cases, and he has to approve those test cases. So a lot of things to be done. You are not free in the organization. That means, what I mean to say finally, before you start your testing any project, make sure that your project met these conditions or not. Exit criteria. What is meant by exit criteria? Exit means what? Coming out. A set of post conditions to stop an activity. Means when to stop your testing. Meaning, they'll ask you when you can stop testing means. When to stop testing or exit system testing means all test cases should be executed successfully and passed. Stop it. No other option we have. Whatever test case assigned to you, all the test case should be passed. Means all passed means everything fine. No problem. All major defects should be fixed and closed. Before you close your testing, go and check it out. Whatever major means important issues you reported developer, whether developer has fixed the issues or not. And it is your responsibility to close them. When time is running out or over. Running out or over means whatever the time, the deadlines given to you, within the deadlines you have to complete your testing. That is our responsibility. And if you don't complete testing within the time given, you cannot do anything, right? So here we have to remember some conditions. So when exactly we should start our testing, when we have to stop your testing also. That is what happens during functional testing. So functional testing can be done in two ways. One is called positive testing and negative testing. That's very, very important. Once we go into test case preparation, I'll show you how to write test cases positively, how to write test cases negatively also. Now coming to second technique we call non-functional testing. Now let us discuss what are non-functional testing techniques and what is non-functional testing first of all. Non-functional testing based upon testing an application from its non-functional attributes. Attributes means some properties and values. Characteristics we call them, right? Generally in our chemistry, physics we call characteristics. Non-functional testing involves testing software from the requirements which are non-functional in nature but important, such as performance, security, user interface, etc. etc. All this comes under what? Non-functional. Means what is performance testing? How you do performance? What is security testing here? What is user interface testing? So all these techniques comes under non-functional department. Let us see what are the techniques we have, how to implement those techniques as a non-functional tester. Now I'm discussing all non-functional techniques here. See, first one, usability or graphical user interface testing. Simple. Usability, graphical user interface testing. Anywhere usability testing is also called cosmetics also. Generally we call cosmetics. All of you know nowadays cosmetics are very important. Nature. We don't believe natural beauty nowadays. We believe artificial beauty by going to beauty parlors. We apply powder to face. We apply different creams to face. We apply different creams to your hair. Why? Just for attraction. It is not a God gift. God gift is different. Nature gift is different. But we modify that nature gift also. Why you are looking so beauty today means you apply a lot of powder. You apply a lot of creams. So that you are looking beauty. That beauty is only temporary beauty, not a permanent beauty. That means here customers also will look always in the external mechanism of the software, screens. The screens are very important for customer. The screen should be developed according to his business point of view. Whatever designing he has given us. That's what usability testing is, nothing but validating that the user interface are professionally designed or not. Professionally, whatever designing he has given us in the SRS documentation, they should design like that. Like see, any software, remember all of you, any software, we check this checklist for user interface. Like see, check does the basic elements are available or not. Basic elements. How do you know what basic elements are requirements? Go and refer SRS. In SRS documentation, they'll give prototypes and page elements also. Elements means what objects required. They'll define all objects. Yes. Suppose the premise bank FRS documentation. This FRS documentation of premise bank, SRS, FRS, everything same, right? How do you know? These are the basic elements I want to check. When I open my home page, these are the elements developer has designed as per client business point of view. This is a prototype. One screen. Go and check. After getting one application from developer, once is developing giving you, launch that application and compare this screenshot with this screenshot. That's it. Just compare it. Compare this screenshot with this screenshot. Nothing more. So when I'm trying to compare this screenshot and this screenshot, whatever elements they designed here, we have to see the same elements here also. We are checking with eyes, nothing more. No need to use any tool for this, right? We don't want to go with any tool. Check with eyes, naked eyes, nothing more. So here, at the same time, not only that, checking spellings of the object. Checking spellings of the object. Every element has some spellings. Look at that. Every element has some spellings. Home, personal banking, corporate banking. I know you are all BTech, I know. But the fellow who is going to work on this is not a BTech. That's what I'm telling you. You guys don't consider your requirements here. You have to consider end user requirements. It will be used by different category fellows. When you take a mobile is not only used by technical department. Everyone is using nowadays, right? Even non-technical people also using mobile. How they're understanding designing? They design in such a way. They know how to on the mobile. They know how to switch off the mobile because we give icons like that. They know how to call, how to end that call, how to go to options. We give proper designing. So they understand it so that they can work on it. For that, we don't want any technical things, right? So the same way as a manual tester, as a usability tester, you go and check that whatever spellings. Suppose if I go for a module in SRS documentation, what they gave you, I want to branch creation. This is a form. Go and check that form. Branch name is spelled correctly or not. Go and check it out. Not here. Go and check in your application. Go to that application. Go to that functionality. Go to that functionality. Branches. New branch. Go and check them. Compare this screenshot with this screenshot here. That's it. Check with your eyes. Nothing to do. No inputs are required here. Usability testing. Go and compare everything. Not only that, during usability testing, alignments also important to customer. Alignments. Alignments means in proper order. The element should be done in proper. Branch name, soon after branch name, customer want address 1. Soon after address 1, address 2, address 3, area. That should be easy way for customer to when he's working on it, right? Zip code. Soon after that, country, state, sometimes branch name, somewhere address 1, somewhere address 2, somewhere. Customer cannot keep on searching elements, right? He knows his alignment. It should be easy for him to access when he's working on that application. Go and check them whether they're designed according to that customer given alignments or not. And one more thing, consistency. This is very important for your mobile also, right? Background color, forecolor, font type, font size, etc. etc. How do you check that here? When we purchase new mobile, every mobile company giving default background color, default forecolor, default font type, default font size. Then what we do after purchasing, we'll change it our own background color, we'll change it our own forecolor, we'll change it our own font type, we'll change our own font size. After changing, what should happen? Unless we modify, it should not update automatically. Every day one color changing automatically. Every day one font size it's taking. Assume that, for example, every day it's taking tier 1 font, it's taking tier 1 font size, font type also. That's not right way. That's not what customers expect. Every day you can't change it, right? Consistency, there should be consistency until we make changes on that software. Should maintain that consistency. Go and check them. Very simple. And also check does the mandatory fields. What are the mandatory fields given by the client? They're highlighted or not. How do you know? In SRS documentation, so how do you know which are mandatory fields? Means star. Highlighted with the star. Go and check your application also. Go to that functionality. Go and check that. Whatever fields they're given, highlighted or not. It is in SRS given by the designer. The same thing should be done by that after integrating also. Go and check that highlighted or not correctly. See, is there any, we want any different techniques for this? Not at all. That's what is user interface testing means? Checking user friendliness of the application. Friendliness. It should be user friendliness to the customer. That is how easily the end user is able to understand and how use the system and also how easily to operate the system is called as usability testing. It should be user friendliness. You should be able to handle, not you, end user. We should consider always end user. You should not complain. I cannot keep on learning half an hour. I can't keep on waiting for half an hour time to understand this. As an end user, when I'm trying to work in a mobile also, when you work on a screen, it should be user friendliness to you. Then only you can work on it. Otherwise, it's very difficult to deal with that. So all this, any software usability testing is common here. So finally, I can say, whenever you come across any issues in usabilities like font size problem, suppose logo is missing, your application logo is missing, how you report to developer? Will you report with a high or low or medium? Logo is missing, anything, any cosmetics are missing in a software. How you report to developer? You must report to developer compulsory, right? How you report that to developer is my question. Will you report as high or low or medium? generally. You got my question?
You got my question?
Anybody?
Anybody?
I will recruit it as high priority, sir.
Suppose logo is missing here. Application logo. Logo is title of the application, right? Logo means title. How you report that to developer, with high or low or medium, or I'm asking you.
Highs.
High or medium?
Sir.
Huh?
Medium, sir.
Medium.
Medium.
Logo is missing here.
Yes, sir.
Blindly remember all of you guys. Any cosmetics, any cosmetics you come across in any company for any application, always report those issues as low severity. Two things we have, remember: priority and severity. Severity, I'll discuss again in bug life cycle. Wait, don't. Just I'm telling you. Severity means how much the defect is impacting on the software and how much it is impacting on other related functionalities. Another related functionalities is called severity. Three types we have: high severity, medium severity, low severity. What I'm saying here is, whenever you come across any cosmetic problems, usability issues, I'm asking you, report to developer as low severity. The reason is, cosmetic issues will not impact your software, right? Yes, logo is missing. So what? I'm able to continue my testing. It won't impact my testing. It may impact your customer. The developer will take care of it. None of our business. Got my point? Color is slow, dull. No problem. We are able to continue. I'm not able to create a branch. It's a functional issue. It's a functionality. You have to report with high severity because it's very much important to you and also important to customer. We cannot continue testing without creating a branch. So as a tester, see that, as a tester, when you come across any defects in a software, analyze in both ways, customer wise plus application wise. How much that issue is impacting your software is severity. How much affecting your customer business requirements is priority. Who is developing, he knows how much priority to be given. But any cosmetics, remember all of you guys, we provide as low severity. No other severity is to be followed. Okay, now? Again, I'll discuss in bug life cycle, defect life cycle. That is what I mean to say. Usability or user interface testing or graphical, that's what I say, graphical GUI, graphical user interface testing. No other cosmetics is required. Do you understand, all of you guys? That is the meaning of usability testing. Okay, na? And next, second technique in non-functional testing is security. Yes, but complete security we cannot do. But validating, security testing means what? Validating. Does all security conditions are properly built in the application or not is called security. Properly built or not. We don't go, if you want to do complete security testing, that is different process. But here we can do two things. We can go for authorization testing and we can go for authentication testing. Authorization testing, authentication testing. What is authorization testing and what is authentication testing means? Authorization testing is nothing but validating that the system is having provisions. Provisions means options like defining users, setting privileges, changing privileges or not. Yes, as a user, as a system admin, I can log into this Orange HRM. I'm a system admin to this application. I'm logging as system admin now, as admin. So that I'm logging as admin. Now one employee has joined in my company, new user. I'm creating one user for that. I'm just creating one. See that as a system admin, he has all rights. He can do anything. But as a user, he don't have all rights. Now, when I create one user, I'm able to define one user. I should have all the privileges. I should able to add one user for that. I'm adding one user. Employee name. I'm selecting one employee name. I'm entering one username here. I'm giving status for that enabled. Enable means account is enabled. Password. Confirm password. Excuse me. Sorry guys. Just click on save button. When I click on save button, my user is added. My user is added here. Somewhere it will be added to your page, right? It may go into second page. Somewhere it may user Akhilesh. Somewhere it got added. It will be added in the table. Don't worry, right? So now I'm logging out of this as administrator. Now I'm logging as user. Press 23. Yeah. So now I have only few options. Administrator is nothing but we are testing in terms of authentication. Authorization. He has to give, when you want to create account in a bank, you don't create your own account. No way. You have to submit the form and those people will give permissions to you. Authentication testing means what? Yes. Now I created one account for you as a user. Now what he can do? As user, what he can do? Daily, he can come and check he can apply for leave. He can check his time sheet. He can check his attendance. He check in his information. He can check his performance over here. He can go to dashboard. He can go to directories. He can see my leaves. He can see his leaves, whatever leaves are pending to him. So this kind of things he can do. That's it. So that means authentication is what? Validating that the system is able to recognize. The system is able to recognize the registered user and providing right information to the right user or not is called authentication testing. Just now I log in as admin, now as user, right? Now I should be able to use whatever permissions are given to me, information has given to me, I should be able to work on it. Then only I can work on that software, right? Not only that, during authentication testing, we should check does critical information such as passport, credit card, debit card numbers, etc., 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 are getting encrypted or not. That's very important, right? Encrypted means, it should not be visible to users. It should be in any format. Check direct URL access. One of the big issue. You should not able to access URLs directly. Am I right or not? Suppose any security application, especially security application. Suppose I'm copying this URL. I'm opening in it one more tab. I'm pasting here. When I click on enter button, if it is navigating that page, very big issue. It is navigating because it is not a secured URL. Because it's not secured URL. Only secured URL will not allow you. If you log into your HDFC bank or any online banking, be in transfer page, copy that URL, open one more tab and enter it. It should not allow you to launch. Should not access URLs directly as per security related. Go and check them. Check for session expiry. Session expiry. Every application will have some session expiry, 100%. Online applications, especially banking applications. If you idle for 5 minutes or 1 minute, immediately your password will get expired. Your session get expired. It will give information to you. Take information from developer, how much session timeout he has given. Be idle and check it out. Is it correctly expiring with the time or not? After getting expired, go and check backward, forward button. They should not work, very dangerous, right? They should not work. So manually we are doing all this. We don't want to worry about internal process here. Authentication is different. Authorization is different. Authentication can be done only after completion of authorization. We cannot do authentication without performing authorization testing. So security is also one of the technique which can be used only to validate some conditions, security conditions in your applications. That is what we call security condition and what we call usability testing, user interface testing, these two techniques. Still we have some more techniques. We'll continue tomorrow, remaining techniques, all of you guys. Okay, now? Do you understand today, all of you? Is it clear
Yes,
to all
sir.
of you guys? Okay, and I'll forward yesterday's and today's document all of at a time. I'll join and send to you. Just go with that. Critical part. This week maximum will start. This week we'll start our practical writing test case and all that maximum. We'll start. We'll get into that process. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Okay. See you guys.
Okay,
See you
sir.
tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, bye.
Thank you, sir.